So we have Pravash Dey from US India Blockchain Council, and he's at Blockspace, the world's first blockchain experience center. Uh, so Pravash, what do you think about the technology itself, and how is it going to change things in India?
See, as far as blockchain is concerned, we all know it's a decentralized technology, distributed technology. So everybody going to own it. Right now, whatever started at a global scale, India is just catching up. There are a lot of initiatives has been started both by the government and private enterprises. I think it will take another year or two to catch that momentum. But uh, the way you and we all are working together, I think it could be before 1 year. So you will see the revolution in India before that.
Perfect. So, okay. So, what do you think? I mean, people like us, or say brands like Blockspace, would be able to contribute to the ecosystem nationally or internationally?
See, whatever you were doing, it's really great because having a dedicated space for blockchain developer, blockchain enthusiasts, and blockchain investors, it's a good initiative. And we need to find our trust areas as well. So there are other incubation center, co-working spaces. They are helping tech startups, in general. But there is nothing for blockchain. So if you talk about the current big data, or if you talk about the smart city initiatives, so all of these areas, the blockchain is required. Right? When you talk the healthcare side, so everywhere we need blockchain right now. And looking at the massive data explosion that is happening in India, we need to use the blockchain to create that trust, that transparency. The transactions that is happening. So if there is a space dedicated for blockchain, there are dedicated mentor, dedicated trainer, dedicated people for blockchain who are part of the ecosystem, then it will be much easier to streamline the process and achieve the result very fast. And that is where I can see, the block space contributors, and particularly the vision, like the way you have started being part of the ecosystem, playing that inclusive role and taking it to the next level. Hats off you.
I mean, that sounds really good. I think I would also want to ask, how is US India Blockchain Council uh, going to partner with the ecosystem players in India and promote blockchain as a technology which can bring in massive change? What is US IBC doing?
Definitely. So US IVC focuses on three verticals right now. So one is we are going to do a summit in December to bring the best practices from US, the experts from there, and do a collaboration at a very strategic level. So it's going to be government to government collaboration and interaction, how we can, what changes needs to be there and how we can change it. So finding out that. Then creating a collaboration with industry groups, because there are a lot of things happening. You talk about India chain, you talk about bank chain initiatives. So a lot of things happening. So how to bring all these things together and show what exactly happening in India. So if you see a lot of summits happening around the world, what they're trying to do is basically showcase the brand of their country. So in India, there is not something happened where the world has seen it. So this would probably the one instance where the world will see how the blockchain developers or enthusiasts actually coming together and doing it, not only for India but across the world. So that is what the technology space coming in, and the enthusiast will play a role. The second part is we're creating a standardized certification program, which is obviously collaborating with spaces like Blockspace and other incubation centers. Like a lot of developers have been, creating products, but to standardize that and to take it to the next level at a global scale, then we need a standard certification program. So everybody start recognizing what Indian developers are building. Also, if you look at the education, always plays a major role in any of our technology space. So we need to educate the faculty members, the trainers, so that they can also go back to institutions and give the same knowledge, or create the same ecosystem at their their spaces or their locations. Third thing is most important, the startup ecosystem. It's booming like anything, and India being the second or third largest startup ecosystem in the world, we need to focus the next 5 to 10 years. And as we said, the blockchain is going to disrupt that. So we need to dedicate a fund, or an innovation fund. We call it blockchain innovation fund, where actually the investors can come in and they can invest particularly in directly blockchain focused, or somewhere either a backward or forward integration of blockchain, and then we can scale up that product to next 10x kind of revenue coming in.
Great. So we at Blockspace are really excited to partner with USIBC and bring together a launchpad for startups, upskilling, and of course we are focusing on building India, as an epicenter for blockchain technology. Thank you, Pravash, for joining us.
Thank you so much. It was a great pleasure to be here.
Thank you.